Hello everyone and welcome back to Breaklight Productions. My name is Curtis Lambert and today we're checking out another band that's a fave of mine, PLACEBO, and they have a new music video called Beautiful James. So let's check it out. Ooh, trippy already. Hell yeah. Love that. We've got some artificial strobing and potentially like in-camera strobing as well, or like on-set strobing, which is awesome. Interesting choice for like the green backgrounds and stuff. As we've spoken about before with the music video by The Warning for Error. Usually you want to avoid green backgrounds and green lighting because it's not a like flattering light. You know, typically green makes people look sickly. So yeah, it's always interesting to see it like when it's used. Yeah, so there's definitely, like, those panels are definitely, like, strobing, but also I feel like there's some artificial strobing over the top of that as well, which what I mean by that is, basically, when you've got the timeline, you're just going in and chopping out, like, frames so that you get these like black flashes. Yeah, it's really easy to do. Sometimes editing programs have like a flicker option or strobe option that you can just chuck on top, which makes the process a lot easier. Really interesting, the moments that are black and white. But there's a lot of trippy like little things being done here. We're seeing some bokehs. We're seeing like foreground elements used because they've got these clear sheets of either glass or plastic in front of them, so they're using that to get some like interesting texture shots. And like besides a very subtle bit of lighting on each person's face that you're gonna get from the fact that all these lights are around them, it's a lot of backlighting. Damn, that was cool. The like multi-layering, like kaleidoscope effect. That's cool. Nice push in. Great editing. Like, the editor's choosing great shots for each of these moments. Awesome. Hell yeah. That was cool. And that was like, okay, straight off the bat, super simple. Super, super simple. It's like, so actually I want to start this by jumping further into the music video because there is actually a bit where they show the entire setup and I want to talk about it if I manage to find it. There we go. All right, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 7-ish sort of green panels around them. Now, those could be one of two things. And I just sort of want to have a quick look. So those could be some sort of like LED screen or whatever that's like programmable, etc., etc. Or what it could be is simply like a light green fabric that the lights, or like gels that lights are then positioned behind and shooting through to turn what would be otherwise like a white light into a green light. So that's two ways it could be done. However, when it sort of comes back, I don't see any lights behind those side ones. So unless they're really close and like hidden, it could in all honesty just be like some form of LED screen, which is really cool if that's the case. We also see they've got white lights up above, add in a bit of top light, which beautiful choice. And those are like moving and strobing and all. Like we could see in this wide shot, they're going like the light is going sort of flowing down the LED strip. Yeah, super great. And like, don't get me wrong, that top light's not doing much, but it's just adding like a little something, a little bit of movement to the shots, a little bit of extra like light to our subjects in all the shots, so that we know like, so that there's separation, because otherwise it would just like, if you think about it, it would just be green and black, and we could potentially lose some of the band members amongst their instruments and such. We've then got these sheets of plastic or glass in front of like the sort of band that again are used really interestingly to get like some unique textures to some of the shots. Like sometimes the camera comes around it, sometimes it just shoots through it. Yeah, really interesting. And each of those has a little LED light at the bottom, sort of lighting it up. And, you know, that's also going to give, again, a little bit extra to the band in their performance shots. So really cool stuff. Really, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, this setup costs a lot of money, but it's a simple setup. And like, if you had this setup, you could literally shoot every band music video ever. Like, you would never need anything else. Yeah, because like, if all of those like panels can swap colors and you can move them around and all of that, yeah, you can do so much with that space. I also feel like there is a subtle bit of haze in the room as well. Not a lot, just a bit, because look at those light rays that you're getting off those top LEDs. Like, that doesn't happen unless you have a bit of haze in the room. So, yeah, really cool. The editing and cinematography, it's punchy, it's to the point. Like, yeah, like, not much can be said, you know, special about it. It's just, you know, executed really well. What's interesting with the editing and post-production is that those kaleidoscope effects, like, they are so cool. They're timed so well with different bits of the song that, yeah, it's really trippy and really cool. Like I really do love those effects. The black and white moments confuse me a little. I honestly don't think they're needed. I think honestly they should have just commit the whole video to the green, you know, like I yeah, I don't know why, because it's not like it's not done heaps. It's like maybe one or two shots every minute, and so it's like, what's the point of that? I don't know. um so yeah, interesting there. And then back on the cinematography, what's interesting about that is we've got some nice bokehs, both foreground, background, like shoots some interesting textures, gets some great little flares and glares and stuff. Um, like this one of him sort of singing into the microphone, like we've got this big sort of like bokeh element in front of, like, in the foreground, which yeah is just really really cool. And then they've added like a kaleidoscope effect onto that as well, which yeah is awesome. And it's just, yeah, like I said, Greeeen is an interesting choice. I think, like, again, you typically don't want to use Greeeen because it makes it makes people look sick. And that's not always what you want to do. I think like with this it works because they just go hard on the green, and just they're not trying to make the band look like pretty or whatever. Like, you know, the band, you know, I would say are more meant to look like, I don't know what the word would be, but like edgy and whatever, you know, like it's sort of a different vibe. um and that's also exacerbated by the fact that, you know, they throw on all these kaleidoscope effects and stuff. It's not, you're not meant to feel like, oh wow, what a beautiful shot of that man's face. It's meant to be a like, whoa, like look at the, oh, it's kaleidoscoping, whoa, you know, like it's meant to be more that sort of reaction, if you will. um and but also what makes a difference is that they're using, like, they're fully surrounding the band with that lighting and utilizing like shadows with what those lights can't do, and it works really well. Like if you compare the use of Greeeen in this with the use of Greeeen in the Warnings music video, Era, their Era was weird in the sense that, like, the where they chose to put the lights were just really odd. Like they didn't, here you have, and you can see in that wide shot, you have a nice balanced top light because there's three whole strips up there of LED lights. The Era one had like this one like side thin, and then like a top light that was really only over the head of the drummer. And yeah, it was just really weird. um but yeah, this is a simple but effective music video. And yeah, I think if you lose the black and white bits and just committed with the green, like the kaleidoscoping, etc., I think, yeah, this would have been even better. But yeah, like it is trippy as fuck. Like just watching this shot now where it's like strobing but looking through one of those panes of glass, and just holy crap, like it's so trippy. Ah, but yeah, awesome music video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.